Think we're live. I can insert ads into this one. Let me pause this. Gotta wait for the people. Wait for the people. Bleh, wait for the people. Already slurring my words. We just started. One like, one viewer. Who will be the first? Yo, it's CGG. What's up? Yo, we got John, Mr. Awesome Guy Blah, Bracelin, Lassiter, Parkerator, Ducky Not Found, Adon's V, Catfox, Elizabeth, Mosquita, Klebby, 36. I'm a curb stomp, and a bunch of other people. What's up, guys? Glad you could stop by this late night stream. Actually, it's not really late, but I guess we're starting later than normal because my computer had to charge, so I couldn't start right away. So I guess it is. Usually we start like 8:30 and it's like 10, so I guess it is kind of late in comparison, but like it's not super late, I guess. So, um, I think this stream is also going to act as a video update too. Um, I'll get to that in a second, but yeah, I decided like yeah, we'll do a stream tonight, and it'll be a good way to talk about 2021 videos and wrap up some loose ends for this year and things like that because December has always been a month of winding down, I think. Um, and yeah, it's usually been like that for the past few years. So I kind of want to like just collectively like end everything together for this year, and then kind of like give myself a couple weeks break and refresh the content. Kate got yeah. I actually enabled monetization this time. I just wanted to see if it would actually like generate enough revenue to like be worth doing. Maybe I won't do that again, but I just wanted to try it. So cool. Okay. So I think I'm gonna start this. I think I'm gonna start the stream by yeah. Well, I guess we already started. I guess we already started. So man, I gotta like gotta like reposition my thoughts here. I feel like I don't know. Brooke Newman, LSSQ. When will the Children's Lost media video come out? Oh yeah, the child. Maybe we will jump right into video update stuff. Okay, yeah. So let's get down to business, guys. Okay, so I guess I do want to say a few final things. Actually, let me make sure I can even hear myself. I did not test that before the stream. Okay, gotta try and do this one handed. Okay, on YouTube, what's up? Okay, I can hear myself talking, which is good. Okay, so um, what are you? You guys are spamming monkeys. Why are we spamming monkeys? Anyway, okay, I'm doing a really bad balancing act as well. This might be the chillest stream. Why is my hair stupid? This might be the chillest stream we've had uh all year, I guess. Cause man, I was not prepared for it. Oh, okay. Chris Chin Mothman said we've been able to hear you. Okay, good. Okay, so let me jump into the video thing just because I also we got more people coming in too. But let me jump into the video thing for a second. Um okay, actually maybe I'll restart again. So hey guys, um thanks for stopping by. If you're new here, I kind of go all over the place with the chat, so if I don't read it right away, that's okay. I'll probably get to it later. Just repost your comments or whatever. And if someone super chats me, I'm going to dim my computer screen because it's not fully charged. So, I don't want to miss any of that. So, anyway, why are we spamming monkeys? Oh, what's up, Mel and Saint? I'm going to, yeah, instead of saying Saint Gulick, I'm going to say Saint. Why is the chat already so spammy? Well, anyway, um, before everyone starts memeing and this chat becomes stream becomes a meme stream, I do want to talk briefly about the videos for next year. I think it's kind of like worth pointing out. So, okay, so yeah, video update. Okay, I'm not gonna read the chat anymore. So we're for right now. So video update. So as the title of this stream suggests, and as I'm going to tell you right now, yeah, this is gonna be the last stream of the year. And tomorrow I'm uploading a video, and it will be the last video of the year. Usually in December, things wind down. I kind of like need a little break to refresh the content, and I think that's what's going to happen. Um, like come the next couple weeks. Plus, I usually upload on Fridays and we do streams on Thursdays, and Christmas and New Year's fall on those days. So it's gonna be really hard to coordinate that along with everyone else who might be doing other things, right? Like why compete with a holiday? So that kind of makes me just decide like, well, I think I'm gonna call it here for content. But that leaves 2021. We're looking into the future. And I've already started working on a lot of 2021 videos. I know that some of you guys might, or some of you guys, I kind of like doing the stream highlights. I've posted a couple of those the past few weeks. I haven't really posted a real video in a while. I don't mind the stream highlights because I think it allows us to talk about Lost Media in a more casual way, and I kind of like that. But also I just haven't really been able to like get a lot of stuff out because December is always like a slow month, and I just haven't really, I don't know. It's just the end of the year. Like, my content always winds down. So 2021, I've already started working on videos. It's going to get back into like core Lost Media stuff. However, I'm changing the format for my like Lost Media videos. I'm not going to get into specifics here, but the format is changing. So if you guys like my videos, but you want a little something more, these new ones I think will fit your what you guys want to see, which I think is good. Um, I've felt like the formula has kind of been getting stale to begin with, and I could kind of use some fresh ideas. So that's good. And those kinds of videos will be um, like the very first ones that are going to air in the new year. Probably like the second Friday I think in January, because the first one is I think New Year's Day. So the week after that, the first one will air, and again it'll be a Lost Media video and stuff. But just the format is kind of mixed up from what it usually is. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I'm pretty excited for that. And yeah, Josh, this is going to be the last stream of the year. I think streams are probably. I haven't given a lot of thought to streams. I would maybe still like them to be on Thursdays, but even for videos themselves, I could maybe mix up the formula because I usually upload them on Fridays, but like new year, maybe new schedule, new upload day. So I might experiment here and there with when I upload them. Haven't decided yet, but I think as it stands, I'll probably like unless I change my mind, like specifically change my mind at some point, I'm probably gonna keep streams on Thursdays and videos on Fridays. I kind of like that balance, I think. Um, because I've always had trouble in the past getting videos out over the weekend just because I'm always doing other things on the weekend. And I kind of like the stream before video hype. Like I think that's a good way to do it. So, yeah, that'll probably stay the same, I think, but the formula of the Lost Media stuff um the formula of the Lost Media videos is going to kind of get mixed up a little bit, which is good. The topics though are probably largely going to stay. I don't want to say like the same, but like you can kind of expect more. I don't want to say more of the same in a bad way, but like you know, more of like cartoon stuff and video game stuff. Like I'm not changing really what I'm talking about. I'm just kind of mixing up the formula of how I talk about it. So I think that's good. And I have a couple other like surprises and stuff that I'm not really gonna like announce, but I'm working on a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff kind of like getting worked on, which I think is really good. Um oh, Daikate, what's up? Glad you could stop by. Yeah, my screen is all the way dimmed off, so I can't even see the chat. But glad you could stop by. Um, but yeah, I think and I was kind of thinking to myself like, like the past few videos, because this will also be a 2020 video rant too, because man, ranting about my videos is such a classic thing. Like my oldest viewers remember my video rants. Um, but like the past few videos I've uploaded, which like main videos like Meso Blues and the David Spade cartoon, and I think there was a third one that I worked, but I thought really hard on, and they didn't really do good in views at all. Like they just didn't. I will straight up say that. Like the views were pretty garbage on them. But I think that's actually a good thing because I think what I didn't realize, and maybe like I guess the views maybe reflect that, is that I think people are just tired of like, I don't want to say the same kinds of topics, but like I don't know. I feel like maybe seeing something about like, oh, like El Supersonic U is going to talk about this lost cartoon. I think that in itself is getting old to people, and that's okay because I've been doing that for the format has stayed the same like that for the past like 3 years pretty much. So I think I'm okay with like mixing it up and changing it up. And I guess I've said this a bunch already, but like that's what I hope these new videos do. Same kinds of topics, but I mix up the way that I talk about it. Hopefully to make it more interesting. I'm not going to get into the details. Um, but it's I hope it's a little more engaging for people, and it's not just like, oh, here's El Supersonic you talking about a lost pilot again. So I hope they're more involved and more engaging to people. Um, and that's I think kind of the goal with where I want to take the content. And a lot of that stuff has already been worked on, like I said, which is kind of like why I haven't really posted a lot lately, is because I'm like working on videos that are going to air in 2021. So I think that's good. I'm looking forward to them. I think you guys are going to look forward to them too. I'm pretty excited with how they're turning out and stuff. Um, so that's good. Maybe that's all I wanted to say about that. Just kind of a general video stuff, but yeah, the views haven't been super great. And honestly, they haven't really been great for most of this year, I think. A lot of my videos that I feel like I worked really hard on just like didn't really get a lot of views. The Jimmy and Two Shoes pilot actually did, but I think that was just because it was Halloween and the thumbnail was like really Halloweeny. But I think that was more of like an exception. I think generally speaking, just talking about Meso Blues and like a David Spade cartoon is not as interesting. And even though I'm going to keep talking about the same kinds of lost media like cartoons and video games, I think also there should be a content shift or mix up, I guess, as I've been saying, like with the topics in general. Like maybe instead of picking Meso Blues, right, or a Cartoon Network piece of lost media, I could pick some other kind of like animation that has a more interesting story behind it. Like maybe people didn't like the Meso Blues video because it was just, well, this is Johnny Bravo, we know this story already, and people didn't like the David Spade video because like, well, you know, this cartoon aired twice and never again. Like, what's really the point of that? So maybe just picking better topics is also, well, I've been looking into better topics, but that's another thing too, is like to maybe dive deeper into the lost media scale and find cartoons that have more of an interesting history to them. Like just to throw Cap and Mikey back in there again. Like Cap and Mikey was a good example of that, right? It had this like MTV iteration that was more adult. And I think people really like took with that. They like really like latched onto that, which was a good thing, right? But Johnny Bravo, as much as I like Meso Blues, there's not really like a whole lot of like, I mean, it's interesting because it's lost, right? But in the context of like what it is, well, it was a college senior thesis short, and that's it, right? There's not this like big long backstory, and we know Van Partible probably has or we know he does have a copy. He's not going to release it, you know. So people might think like, well, why am I going to watch this video? Like, what's why invest myself in this video? So I don't know. I guess that's just what I'm thinking, but that's kind of where I want to go in 2021 is focus on more diverse topics and present the information in a more entertaining way that isn't really, I don't think I don't read from wiki articles, right? But present the information in a more interesting way rather than just like beginning, middle, end to the story, right? So I hope you guys enjoy those videos when they end up coming out, which will be like the second week in January will be the first one. So I think that was all I wanted to talk about with that. Obama's here. What a classic. Jim said, "What's up?" Hey Jim, glad you could stop by. Um, so yeah, hope that guy's in. You hope that guy that kind of answered your guys' questions or whatever about that. Also, my hair is like really stupid. I need to get a haircut actually, but it just what's the point? Because I don't even leave my house. It's kind of dark, I guess though. Hmm. It's this one part that's like sticking out. It's like really bothering me, but didn't use any hair gel today. But I kept the quality low for you guys. I was gonna say that too with like the live streaming. I was gonna say, um, maybe I'll also get a new webcam or a webcam, for the streams next year. But no, because you guys like the bad quality streams. And that's the other thing too is I still get like criticized why is the quality so bad? But like, you guys wanted this. You guys wanted this. I I don't remember like which stream it was specifically, but I remember like talking about it on stream or something. I said like, "Oh, the quality is really bad. I got to get like a better webcam or something." And like everyone in the chat was like, "No, I like this. It's much more chill. It's much more like just like I don't know what like the word is, but much more like, like cozy, I guess." Um and it fits, I guess it fits the whole like lost media vibe more cuz like, oh, I'm in a dark corner of my room, right? Like lost media, like I don't know, it just kind of fits it more. So I kind of think I'm gonna keep the streams like this actually, unless I do some other kind of like, if I do some other kind of like different stream structure. I don't like if I ever have like a legitimate like podcast, which was kind of supposed to happen. Frame Raider, if you're in the chat, you know what's up. But something like that, maybe I would up the quality, right? But when it's just us, I don't really feel like I need to, because you guys like it like this. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. What's up, Sultan? Glad you could stop by. Greetings from Brazil, Gustavo said. Wow, all the way from Brazil. That's cool. Glad you could stop by. Yeah, Gabriel Mendez said the 2007 webcam feel is nice. Yeah, that's good. Good. I'm glad you guys like that. Oh, Kate said get a capture card so you can have an Animal Crossing stream. That's true. I have made a lot of mention of like doing Animal Crossing streams and Smash Bros streams. And I would like a capture card for my own use if I ever need to get gameplay for a video. So maybe that'll actually happen. Maybe I'll finally get a capture card, and we could do some streams like that. The only thing I'd be worried about is like, so I had like the worst internet for years and years and years. I only got the internet I'm currently on, I think, like right as the virus was spreading, because I was thinking like, I remember that they made like a big deal about that. They're like, oh, like don't be disconnected during the virus. Get your internet. And I think it was a pretty good price on it, so I finally said, okay, got to do it. But before that though, I was just buying internet through these like hotspots for like $20 a week. It was so bad, right? But like I just didn't know how to like get internet because I don't know. As good as I am with lost media, I don't know like anything about computers or like I'm just not a very good like technical person. So when it came to time to to get internet, for me it was just easier to go on my computer, connect to a hotspot, and buy it for $20 every week than like, you know, get sent this kit that I had to set up myself. But I finally did that right as the virus was coming around because the price was good on it, and they said it was like very easy because no one had to come into your house or anything. So I said okay, and I set it up myself, and it was no problem. Which is what I'm currently using. But before that though, I was using this super ancient like, man, I must have had like the same internet plan for like 15 years, and it was so bad. Like you could only do one thing online at a time. Whether it was a stream, you couldn't do anything else, or you're playing online, couldn't do anything else. Now I think my bandwidth is better, where I can do more things. Like I can stream, and like someone else can be like playing a game online and stuff. But I guess I just don't know if I can actually, if my internet would be powerful enough to have me running a game like while I'm streaming, um, while I'm running all that through a computer. Like I just, partly because of the internet and partly because I don't know if my computer's even like strong enough to do that. I can look into it though. I know we were supposed to do it, but yeah, that's something maybe from something to think about for the future. Zero Night EX said, "Hey, what's up, LSQ? Not much, just hanging out. Glad you could stop by." Um, but yeah, what was I saying now? Oh yeah, that's maybe like a future kind of plan thing. And another thing too is like I've thought about just wanting to stream games in general. Like I know a lot of YouTubers who are kind of known for one thing also stream games and stuff. I'm just thinking of, like Pete Dorr. Man, Pete Dorr, what a boss he is. He's such a great like collector and like just personality. Just Pete Dorr is so good. But like I know that for the most part, uh, like I knew Pete Dorr from the Video Game Memorabilia Museum website, which was Night Ram's website. That's where I think I learned about Pete Dorr from. He was a big Sonic collector. I don't know if he really collects anymore, and he also has a ton of games too. But I for the past year or two, he has kind of moved from like making collect. Well, he hasn't made a collecting video in a really long time, but he does a lot of Twitch streaming now, which is cool. I like watching some of his streams. But that's what I'm saying is like I kind of knew him for collecting, but he streams now. But I still watch it because it's fun, and I've been wanting to do that myself. I've been wanting to stream and stuff, but I just feel like the way like Pete Dorr did his videos and where his goals are now, I feel like is a little different than mine. Like like very strongly trying to focus on Lost Media and dedicate all my time to Lost Media and like you know like preach Lost Media, right? And I just feel like if I was to do game streams, like I don't really know what that would like accomplish for my brand. Like I just don't know like what how it would connect to anything that I'm currently working on for my channel. And I haven't really figured that out yet. Like if I was to stream some obscure Saturn games, right? Like what does that have to do with Lost Media? And like I know it doesn't have to do anything with Lost Media. I can like do whatever I want, but just to me, like why do that? Why put time into that when I could be like making a Lost Media video? You know what I'm saying? So it's just I have to figure out how to really connect that together with Lost Media, and then I'd be more open to it. But I just don't think streaming like Saturn games is like it's fun, but I just don't think it really has a place on my channel. Just like I used to do here's some LSSQ like trivia for you. A really long time ago, and even I guess kind of recently, a really long time ago I had a second channel called L Supersonic Q2. The thing was nuked, so don't even go try and find it. But that channel I think was focused on like kind of whatever videos I wanted to make and put on it, like a fun channel. And this main channel was just focused on art. And this was like back in 2015, I think it was, or 2014. But the thing is, the videos I was making for L Supersonic Q2 just didn't really feel like necessary. Like for example, I did some Pokemon card opening videos, and I had fun making them and filming them. But after they were uploaded, I always thought to myself like, why did I make this? Like there's already 50 billion Pokemon card videos like this on YouTube already. Like why did I just make this? And even like nowadays, I thought about actually buying a booster box and opening it on the channel just for fun. But then I think about it and I'm like, well, why would I do that? Like, what relevance does it have to Lost Media, And again, it's my channel. I can do whatever I want. But, like, I want to stay on brand, right? Like, Lost Media is the brand. That's what people watch me for. And, like, so, like, what's the point of opening up Pokemon cards? So, I guess in the same way, I got to kind of figure out how to connect those kinds of things to Lost Media. Yeah. What's up, Lane? Glad you could stop by. Jim would watch the Saturn streams. LSSQ2 is now Lost Media. I think there were. I have another. How many channels do I have that's Lost Media? So there's L Supersonic Q2, which is Lost Media. I did a vlog channel back in, I think it was 2016, called Sincerely Me. I actually still have all those videos archived. Those ones aren't deleted, but they're not public, so you can't see them. But it's me vlogging back in 2016. So that channel is technically Lost Media, because you can't watch them anymore. So that's number 2. And number 3, which I don't know if this channel is ever going to exist. I don't know if it's ever actually going to exist, but I've been teasing a Tinder channel, like a Tinder story channel, for a couple months, and I was going to, because For some of you like super new viewers here, I used to have this segment in these streams called Tinder Stories, which would usually happen at the end of the streams. Um, if we hit a certain donation goal, I would tell like a Tinder story, and they were so popular. I was gonna do like a complete spin-off channel just of Tinder experiences, and it's still in the planning stages. I haven't canceled it yet, but like it's kind of been like in the planning stages for so long that I don't actually know if it's ever gonna happen. Um, Not so much because I want to stay on brand with Lost Media. It has nothing to do with that, but just because when I put time into videos, I put time into the Lost Media videos for this channel. You know, I don't really put time into like making Tinder videos, even though I like want to. I just don't. I just feel like my time should be spent making Lost Media stuff. So I've been trying to balance editing Tinder videos and editing Lost Media videos, but for the most part, the Tinder videos never get done. I edited one video. It was like the channel intro. Actually, that's completely done. Hasn't been released yet though, but that was completely done. And I actually recorded a second video that was more like a story, which I still have to edit. And it's been on my editing list for like months, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So I'm not saying that the channel is canceled because it's it never even went up, but I guess like development hell is more the right term because I just don't know when it's gonna get done, or if it ever even will get done. I feel like half the time when I go to like work on it, I don't know, like I get exhausted like halfway through, like I think about editing, like working on it, and then I think like like Tinder, man, do I really want to do this? Um, and then I don't. But it's still on my like my plate of things to do, I guess. So never know, I guess. Kate says Tinder stories just work better on stream. Yeah, well, it's you don't need to remember said how long is he planning to stream? I'm still in work clothes. Well, usually they're about 2.5 hours. Um, but because I started late tonight, I'm not really giving myself a time limit. Like, I mean, I guess if it goes longer than that, I don't really mind. Like, the thing is, usually when I stream at like 8:30, I like to end in 2.5 hours because I have other things to do, like editing or whatever. But tonight, because it's so late, I'm probably not going to do any of that, so I don't really mind if we go over. I guess the encapsulating statement would be 2.5 hours, or when my computer dies. Um, or wait, no, maybe I said that wrong. Either when my computer dies or more than 2.5 hours. I don't know what I'm even trying to say at this point. I guess usually they're 2.5 hours, but if it goes longer than that, then it'll go longer than that. So do with that information what you will. Um, oh, and then I wanted to. Kate said that Tinder stories work better on stream. Yeah, there's an interesting. I don't want to say like debate about that, but I was just thinking like I don't know. I've gotten a lot of like interesting like comments about the Tinder stuff. Um, like in how I should like go about making the channel for it and stuff. Like the videos. This is the thing though, is I think the stuff like the way that I tell Tinder stories on the streams is completely different than the way these videos are edited. Like, don't think that it's like a long 20-minute uncut video of me going like, so then she said this, and I was like, wait, what was I gonna say? No, I said no to her. It's nothing like that. They're very like, I don't want to say like I don't want to say like in your face videos, but the editing is very quick. It's very like fast paced. It's very like you kind of get the whole story in like a bite sized form, you know. Um, so it's much different. It's much different than you're probably thinking that it is. But I think just the biggest problem for me is I just don't know if I can put enough time into it to make it be worthwhile. Spongy Jeffy was really into the Tinder stories. I saw you commenting on some stuff about it. And Johnny Test thinks Tinder is mega cringe. That's another thing too, though. And I said this last stream too. Is I don't even care at this. Like I don't even care. that people don't some people don't like Tinder and some people don't like stuff. Like I just feel like I'm trying to think how to say this. In a way, like these streams are also like, I don't want to say like Tinder rant sessions, but like I used to have a friend group that I used to like talk to about my like Tinder problems and stuff, but that friend group doesn't exist anymore. So now I don't have anyone to take my like Tinder rants to. So when I stream, I sometimes like to incorporate the Tinder stuff into the streams or something just to like say it, because I just like having someone like hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like a diary, I guess, like writing something down in a diary. You kind of just want it out there, right? But I just don't really find any like, I mean, I'm not saying I don't find value in a diary. Like if you read a diary, like, more power to you. But like for me, I need to like rant. And when I like rant about Tinder stuff, it makes me feel better about it. So like at this point, I don't even care like what people think about Tinder, if they think it's stupid, if they think I'm dumb for using Tinder. Like there's so much more, like, and this kind of applies to like everything. I feel like there's so much more like experiences that or just things you've never tried, or things whatever. There's so much more to it than people think. Even something as simple as like trying a new food. You always saying, you always like, oh, that food's gross, I've never had that before, I'm never going to eat it because it's gross. And then you try it and you might like it, or you might still think it's gross, right? But in the same way, I feel like that's what it's like for Tinder. There's so many like bad like notions about Tinder and bad like things about it. And I'm not saying Tinder is like good. I'm not saying, I feel like I ranted about this exact same thing last stream. I'm not saying I like Tinder like I'm praising it as if I would praise a game. Like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is a good game. I like playing it. Like that's praise. I'm not saying I like being on Tinder or that Tinder is good. I'm just saying that like I use it because I don't have any other options to meet people, and there are a lot of misconceptions about it that, I think give people a bad idea of what it is. So maybe in some kind of way, my Tinder channel and the stories that I have to tell would also change people's opinions and minds about what that is. Because I remember a long time ago, um, I was talking to one of my like friends who had used Tinder before. I think she actually used it to meet her boyfriend, I think at the time. And I was talking to her about like, oh, how do I meet people? This is like years before the virus, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And she said to me, "Have you tried Tinder?" And I was very quick to say like, "Oh, no, I don't do Tinder. I'm not looking for that kind of stuff." And then she said to me like, "Well, it's not really like you think it is." She said that she's like, "I was skeptical too, but once I got on it and stuff, it was different than what I was expecting." And then eventually, um, I ended up, I think it was a couple months after she recommended that to me, I ended up, getting on it. And yeah, it was completely different than what I was thinking it was. Like, I thought I was going to get all these messages from these girls I wouldn't ever want to talk to, asking me to do really weird stuff. But no, it's nothing like that. Um, if you want to get into the nitty gritty about like problems with Tinder, then it has nothing to do with like girls who want to do weird things. It's almost the opposite. It's almost the opposite. It's girls who just freaking don't talk to you, or they'll ghost you, or they'll what. But like, yeah, that kind of goes with everything. It's always a mixed bag. Whatever you try, dating or not. Like you could go to a bar for the first time and you think, oh, I'm going to have a few drinks, and then I don't know, like you could get food poisoning or something. You know what I'm like? I don't know. It just, with anything, I feel like it can be like that. So I guess it's kind of my mindset towards it is like, I don't feel like saying I use Tinder like puts any kind of label on me. Like I just don't feel that way about it. Um yeah, I don't know. And like here's kind of a funny story. Very very quickly, then I'll get back to the chat, I guess. I remember I went on a date with a girl once, and we were like waiting in line to get ice cream or something. I think that's what it was. I have been on ice cream dates before, surprisingly. And I think she said something to me like, I mean, I don't remember. Maybe I said to her like, because I think over the chat, over the app, she had said like she was new at online dating or something. But then in person, I said to her like, while we were waiting in line, I said to her like, oh, like so you said, you know, you're new to online dating. Like, am I your first online date or your first Tinder date or something? And she kind of said like, oh, don't say that too loud. Like I'm like, why? And she's like, I don't want people to know I'm on Tinder. And I was just kind of like, I just kind of like taken aback by that a little bit. Like, like I don't know, like you're embarrassed to be on Tinder, but you are. Like why are you doing something you're embarrassed about? It didn't really make sense to me. Um, you know what I'm saying? So like I don't know. I just feel like I don't even care. Like it's completely like valid. I feel like they're like it's normal. It's normal to be on Tinder. I think. So I don't even care. A Don's V with the Tinder speed run. We talked about this one. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about Tinder for a second. After I make this comment, we talked about Tinder speedruns before, but the problem with that is I'd have to blur everything out for like people's profiles, and like, what's the point of that? Because you wouldn't be able to see anything. But I like that idea. Okay, I'm also gonna read this comment because I've seen a lot of poop comments about Tinder, but I saw this one from Simpsons Man 120. They said there's some legitimately cool people on Tinder. Friend of mine got me into it, and I met a really cool girl on there, and we're pretty good friends now. Yeah, see, and like the people I've met there too were like good people, you know. So it definitely has some good merits. Oh, is that Marvel? Is that Marvel? Oh, maybe it wasn't Marvel. I swear I saw Marvel, but I forgot a super chat. No, I didn't. Did I? Where's the super chat? I'll go back and look. Thank you for telling me though. Unless you guys are trolling me again. Someone trolled me. Where's the super chat? It under my chat revenue it says 0. Oh, Sultan. I can help with your Wi-Fi, and I'm on Lost Media Discord. Thank you for that, Sultan. I'll add you to the list. I just realized, how am I gonna do this? Cause I have a light blocking half my keyboard. Yeah, I think my Wi-Fi is probably pretty good. Um, to the point where I could maybe do it, but I mean, the only thing I'd have to do is like, man, how am I gonna like type this? I guess I'm gonna have to go dark for a second, guys. Um, I didn't plan this far ahead. Okay. Um, yeah, I think it would just be a matter of like upgrading my Wi-Fi to something just like super fast, but I don't know if I want to do that. Um, I'll think about it though. But thanks for the offer. If I need help, I will ask for your assistance. And also thanks for donating. You are a very consistent donator. Oh, Lisette, what's up, Lisette? Said, what did you think about? Wait, I want to make sure the light's like blocking the chat now. Oh, but you guys can kind of see me, so I'll go. Let's go with it. Lisette said, what did you think about another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighter trying to kill Mario? Ridley, Piranha Plant, Steve, and Sephiroth. I forgot that there were that many. I'm hearing like a rumbling or something. um, yeah, I forgot there were that many trying to kill Mario. I guess Mario is just a someone who a lot of people would try and kill. I also did not watch the Sakurai thing, so I just heard stuff about it. T Jazz said artwork on the original version of Food Fight was found. Check the Lost Media Reddit. Ooh, that's cool. I like the story of Food Fight. Oh, Mankeshi said, sorry to bother you, but are you planning on making that Pekla video for next year? Honestly, no Pekla videos are in the works right now. I wasn't thinking about it, but you never know, I guess. if I need like a filler video or something, I might, but I don't know if Pekala merchandise is really like, I just don't really do merchandise videos anymore, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like even Nintendo stuff. So I don't know if a Pekala one would happen, but I could maybe post a picture of my collection on Twitter or something. Oh, I did see the thing about Gino. Yep, that deconfirms him, which is too bad. I really wanted to see him in the game. So I guess that's too bad. At this point, I don't really care, like who's in the game. I guess like I main Terry, and like that's that. I guess so. It doesn't really matter to me. It just would have been cool to see Gino because of his like legacy from Brawl. So I guess that just leaves one more spot open for like Crash Bandicoot or whoever they pick. Man, I feel like this light was not positioned here because now I get blinded every time I look at the chat. Mountain Dew Lost Media. Um, I've actually thought about doing food lost media before, but most of the topics I thought about, there's like 50 billion videos on them already. Like I swear the same day I thought about those like Grinch ketchup bottles of ketchup from like 10, 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago. It had like the green and the purple and stuff. I just like thought of those the other day. I'm like, oh, I wonder if anyone's doing videos on this. And like the same day I thought of it, um, there was a channel that had uploaded a video, like a really popular channel that had uploaded a video talking about them, and it already had like over 1 million views. So I'm like, well, guess I'm out of that one. Because I don't like copying what other people do for their for like videos and stuff. Even if it's like one other person, right? I just don't really like copying like other channels in their content, I guess. Like even if I thought of it first, I don't even like you know like a really really long time ago, maybe 2 years ago, I was going to do a video on Pokemon Mirage plushes. Actually, I think it was only 1 year ago. I was going to do a video on Pokemon Mirage plushes, and I actually bought one like to show for the video, and like I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, maybe not even that, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, I saw some like popular channel did a new video about them. So like, well, that topic's gone forever. Glad I didn't spend a lot of money on a Mirage plush. It was just like a very common one for like, I think it was like $20, or maybe it was only $10. But I was almost gonna buy a Rhydon for like 80 or something. Glad I didn't do that for the video. Would have been out a lot of money. Um. Oh, Marcus McGee said any leads on me and my friends. Um. Kinda. It's actually funny you mentioned that because I think I've plugged this Discord server before in my streams, but we actually opened up a new Discord server for me and my friends pretty recently, and we've contacted a lot of people, a lot of people. Um, Unfortunately, that in itself, I guess, is a good lead because before that we hadn't contacted anyone for 3 years, pretty much. But none of them have replied to us yet. I think of the few that did reply, they didn't know anything. But most of them haven't replied yet. And I contacted some higher ups at Nickelodeon that were directly involved with Nick Studios Florida stuff. So that remains to be seen if they're gonna ever get back to us. But yeah, I did um, make some contacts, and some other people made contacts too. So we're getting closer. It just is a really long process, and it's very annoying. Just the waiting game it just kills. Especially now that we feel like like we can't really continue search. I mean, we could continue searching, but like when you have so many leads you're waiting on, you kind of just want to wait for them to get back to you because what if one of them has it? Then you don't need to search anymore, right? So you just gotta wait, and the waiting game is sometimes the hardest. So that's unfortunate. Oh, okay. Now the chat revenue showed up. Hello, YouTube. Please show me viewer activity. Was that just from Sultan? Oh, No, it was You Don't Need to Remember with the $2. And they said, I have English Gigi Minky Momo episodes. Help us find the rest. I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure I've heard of it before. I think, is it like an old anime? I think it's like an old anime. I've definitely like heard of it before, or at least read the article before from somewhere. Um, I'm slowly going back to Darkness. I'm slowly getting into Lost Dubs. Wait, let me type this first. Whoops. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'm slowly getting into Lost Dubs, actually. Wow, we almost have 100 viewers. Can we break 100? Maybe. Okay, so for the third time, I'm actually getting the classic L Supersonic Hue Lantern. Okay, so I'm slowly getting into dubs, actually. I was researching one not too long ago, and I got really far with it. I didn't find anything from it, but I got really far searching for it. So maybe at some point I could help out with that. Once I kind of jump more into the lost dub category. For a really long time, I was against lost dubs, actually. I just didn't understand why people wanted to find them. I just didn't think they were interesting. But slowly, I've been becoming more accustomed to lost dubs. So at some point, I could maybe help out with that. All the episodes were available to buy on Amazon at one point. Oh no! So they were available, just no one thought to get them. That's almost like, oh, we hit 100 viewers. Nice. That's almost worse than like, I say, man, when was the last time we hit 100 viewers? But I was gonna say that's almost like worse than like when if something is outright lost is actually that it was available and now it's lost. Like dang. Whenever I think about scenarios like that, I always recall the All That Pilot, the the Nickelodeon show, because originally I think it was lost. Then it was uploaded to YouTube, but no one thought to save it, and then it was taken down from YouTube. But now I think it was found again, or partially found, maybe in low quality or something. I don't remember, but um, that was good though. That we kind of found that one again. But man, that sucks. Mango Potato said hi. What's up, Mango Potato? Glad you could stop by. I really gotta like move this lantern. I think it's just like right in my line of vision. Also, my hair. I messed my hair up now. Dang, I was not prepared for. Oh, I guess it looks pretty good. Aside from this little bit that just won't stay down. Like, jeez. Am I gonna have to start getting haircuts for these streams specifically? Have you heard about the Super Paper Mario version on GameCube before being put on the Wii? Yes, I have heard about that, Nicholas. That's a classic one. I like all that late GameCube development stuff. It's pretty good. Malcolm Ong said, "Hello and good morning from the Philippines." Wow, what's up, Malcolm? Glad you could stop by. I didn't think we could get farther than Brazil, but Philippines is really far away. That's crazy. That's cool though. I'm always amazed with where my viewers are from. It just always like amazes me. I just assume everyone's like in the US, I guess. Sonic Mario 822 said, "Have you heard about the Sonic 1 Tokyo Toy Show prototype recreation?" I don't know if I've heard about that actually. I don't think I've heard about a recreation. I'll have to look into that later because I actually really enjoy that. Um, I enjoy the Sonic 1 prototype mystery. That's a crazy story. I did a video about it. It was one of the first mystery of videos I ever did. Like 5 years. It'll be 5 years next year since. Wait. No. Yes. It'll be okay. It was 5 years this year when the very first episode of the Mystery of and like Does It Exist Kablam went on the channel, but next year will be the fifth anniversary of like the bulk of the original Mystery of videos, which is kind of what I consider to be like the first Mystery ofs, because the Metroid Dread video and the Kablam Does It Exist one, they weren't really established series at that point. I just called it the Mystery of Metroid Dread because it had the alliteration of like M's. In Kablam, I just don't think I had any other idea what to call the video other than does it exist. But the following year, 2016, was when I used the Mystery of title in those first few Lost Media videos, which really cemented their place in the channel. So next year will be the fifth anniversary of all those videos, which is crazy. Soviet Penguin, what's up, Soviet Penguin said, do you have anything in your videos that has anything to do with Pecola? No, I don't think so, because I didn't think anyone would understand it back when I did it, or back when I was like into Pecola. So I never did, but maybe in the future I can. Maybe I'll figure out a way to slip him in somewhere. Um, Yo, Zero Force is in Brazil too. What's up, Zero Force? Keckrock for Engage. Gotta get the Keckrock stuff in there. Getting a haircut stream. I don't know. I don't know about that. Lane said Captain Carlos was once found, but most of the series is now lost again. Dude, Captain Carlos was such an old meme. I remember that one. Oh, Simpsons Man said, did you hear about the pilot being found for the unproduced animated series based on Beverly Hills Chihuahua? Yes, I did know that. That came up in my recommended actually a few days ago, and I watched it. I think it would have been like one of those like mediocre like Disney shows that would have done okay on TV, but like nothing, spectacular. So yeah, I could have totally seen it like having been a full series. I wonder why it was never picked up. I also didn't even know it was lost until it just showed up. So yeah, that might be a cool story to look into. Actually, I I didn't even know about that until I saw it on YouTube. Um, Dolphin C said I found a strange unreleased pilot from a show that's based on a Oh, oh yeah, we were just talking about that. And the show was never created. Yeah, that's why I don't think I ended up seeing it, is because it's not on the Lost Media Wiki. I don't know where it came from or like what the story behind it is, but I think that's, yeah, it was not on the Lost Media Wiki. Um, yeah, that's, I probably would have come across it at one point because it's an animated pilot, and that's mostly what I look up. I probably would have come across it at one point, if it was on the wiki. So pretty interesting that it was not. There's actually kind of a lot of Disney. There's some Disney Lost Media stuff I'm interested in, but I feel like Disney has never been something that I've like been like super invested in. Like Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon speak for themselves, I guess. But when it comes to Disney, I just like I don't know, like the Hannah Montana anime thing was like really good, right? That was a really good topic. But I feel like there's so much Disney stuff that's just like not really interesting. Like old movies that never got made, like, from a really long time ago. Like, it's just kind of like, like, it's a canceled Disney movie. Like, I don't know. I feel like canceled Disney movies are like a dime a dozen. I feel like there's nothing like super like interesting about them. And there were a couple things that I personally found a little interesting. Like, do you guys remember the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody? And there was a guy named Arwen, the mechanic guy, and he was gonna get a spin-off show. Because I guess his character on the show was popular. But I forget what happened, why it was never made. I thought it happened around the time of the of the some kind of like the Writers Guild strike, which I think was a big deal back in the late 2000s. And I believe that, or at least I heard that show was kind of like axed because of the writers' strike. So it would have been interesting to see like that specific show if it had been on Disney Channel. Um, you know, where the lead character isn't like a relatable kid, or I guess our kid star is even relatable, but like a marketable kid star. I've always found that one kind of interesting, but you know, when it comes to making a video on it though, like who else is gonna care about that? You know, like it doesn't really have like mass appeal, I guess. Um, so like why bother like really like making a video on it? I guess it's just my like thoughts about it because I feel like in a way it almost reminds me of like dot comedy where like dot comedy is interesting for its own reasons, but no one cares about it though. You know, it's not like a Beverly Hills Chihuahua Lost Pilot. You know, it's just like some like live action spin-off show. So I don't know. The Brick Collector said, "Elsa's Q, what piece of lost media were you surprised got found?" Yo, I think probably Clockman is high up there on that kind of list of surprised lost media. I remember, I think the day it was found, right? I think I was just checking the wiki, just like usual, and people were saying that Clockman was found, and I remember thinking like what does that mean? Like, because it just kind of it seemed like it just came out of nowhere that just they found it, right? Um, and then once I saw that thumbnail, that like the video on YouTube and the thumbnail of it, and I just looked at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like the myth is real, like there it is, and I remember that was like very very hype, even though I wasn't involved in that search at all, and I like, you know, don't really have any like connections or memories to Clockman. Again, it was before my time. Just knowing about how long people had searched for it, I had read some of the articles about it. You know how certain details that people thought about it and certain rumors that were passed around about it. Um, like to finally have that, like the legend to be true, seeing it on YouTube, seeing that video, I was really blown away with that. Just that it was even real at all. So that was definitely up there. Um, I remember Rhapsody Street Kids 2 was pretty surreal when that was found a few years ago because I had heard about all the weird stuff that had happened with Diecate and trying to get a copy of it and stuff. Um, so like, and I think it had also come across the old forums and stuff online of people talking about how bad it was. So then to actually have it and to see how bad it was, that was very very strange. I tried to watch the whole thing. I really did. Man, I couldn't watch the whole thing. It's just so bad. And I've tried like many times um to like watch it and like watch the whole thing and but I just can't do it. Even like watching other people like talk about it. Like I can't even do like Rebel Taxi did it like a review on it or something, I think. I think I got through most of that video, but just the clips of the movie alone are just so unbearable. It just like makes me want to like throw up. So I can't even like watch it. But those are a couple pieces I can think of that I was surprised when they were found. I think Meso Blues will also fall into that category whenever it's found because I feel like when it does resurface, Van Partible will have just uploaded it like overnight for no reason, and it'll just like blow everyone's minds that like he just decided to release it finally after all these years. So here's hoping on that one. We're talking about Tech Rock now, I guess. Oh, the camera heads creepypasta. I'm not really into creepypasta though, so I probably won't do that. I've seen some stuff about that. Just not really into it. Oh, Blues Clues pilot. Yeah, the Blues Clues pilot honestly is something I've never really been a big fan of actually. Just because like don't get me wrong, I want to get it found. I think it would be cool to have, for everyone to see, but I just feel like it's not like that different to the point where like it needs to be found, right? Like I just the more I think about it, the less interested I am in it. Like Steve wears an orange shirt and like Mr. Salt has a Brooklyn accent. and that's like it. You know, like I mean, there are probably some more differences, but like it's not like it was a completely different show or a completely different idea, like Me and My Friends was. You know, so I don't know. I think over the years I've kind of lost interest in Blueprints, like altogether. Again, I would still like it found. I think it's worth finding, but it's not like an immediate like priority to find, I guess. Liam Prattley, what's up, Liam? Glad you could stop by. He said, did you hear that the Lizzie McGuire revival was canceled and the two episodes that were already produced before production stopped and are now considered lost media? I didn't even know that there was a Lizzie McGuire revival. I wonder why it stopped production though. Um, that's interesting. I haven't heard anything about that, but more Disney lost media, I guess, or maybe is Disney did hold the rights to that at one point, I think, right? Well, that's kind of interesting. I guess that kind of falls along the lines of like the Arwen stuff that I was talking about before. That's I'm mildly interested in that actually. I remember I think seeing that on Disney back in the day, just like flipping channels or whatever. Noisy German one with a J said, "You doing okay, man? Yeah, we are doing okay tonight. We are chilling. We're mad chilling." Yeah, imagine if Mario dies on March 31st. Nicholas Schmidt said another lost Mario game is unnamed and is for the Virtual Boy. It was a platformer similar to the original Mario Bros. Supposedly there was a mini game in it that became Mario Clash. Never heard of that one actually. I don't know a lot about Virtual Boy. Sounds kind of cool. I might look into that at some point actually. Guys with some good lost media topics I've never heard about before. Um, PBJ Boy the Epic Gamer said the best gift would be a Battle for a Wish video. Um, I don't want to get your hopes up on that one. Uh, maybe sometime. Um, what's been going on with the 2006 Jimmy Two Shoes pilot? Yeah, the Jimmy Two Shoes pilot has kind of hit a wall. I'm waiting back on someone I messaged actually, and they have not responded to me yet. I think at this point we're literally like it's gonna come down to one person. Either he's gonna get back to me and have it, or he's never gonna get back to me, and I'll have to figure out where to go from there. Also, could you do a video on the original stolen version of Food Fight? There are already so many good ones out there. I probably wouldn't, unless like I found a copy of it at a garage sale or something. You know, like I found the original computers and stuff at a garage sale, and the files were still there, like or like as hard drives. But yeah, I don't know. Probably won't do a Food Fight video. Just it's already been talked about so much. Candence, or yeah, Candence said, oh Candace, can Candence, Cadence. I don't know why this name is messing me up. Anyway, they said, will you ever cover the original setup slash story of Persona 5? Another YouTuber did a video on it, but it'd be cool if you covered it too. Well, I usually don't do stuff that other YouTubers have already done, but I have always been looking for a good Persona mystery, so maybe that one actually will get covered. I've been looking for good Persona mysteries for like years, so Persona 5 is like really popular, so yes, maybe that will happen. Um, Storyboard Jam? No, I'm never gonna do that one. Thomas the Tank Engine. A lot of people have been asking me to do Thomas stuff. I was just never like into Thomas. I don't understand like the intrigue with Thomas. I don't understand like why people like Thomas. I don't know. Um, don't know if I'm ever gonna do that Thomas stuff. Oh, Epic Friend was saying, I want to get the lowdown on this Lizzie McGuire thing. They stopped production because Hilary Duff wanted it to be more adult, real, and faithful to the character, but Disney wanted it to be kid friendly and made up. So basically, creative differences. Um, Hilary Duff wanted her to be portrayed as a real 30-year-old woman, but Disney or whoever was writing the story wanted a different thing, so she cut the plug. Huh? Wow. Well, rip that, I guess. That's too bad for people that wanted to see that come back. Makes sense though, I guess. I can understand the creative differences there. Disney like being Disney, I guess. Um, I don't really have any preference either way. I guess it's funny it was canceled. Like just like that in itself is interesting in the episodes that were aired or filmed rather. That's interesting, but I feel like the whole creative differences thing, like that's too bad. It's just very unfortunate that it ended up panning out like that. Um, 12 Tales Conquer 64. Pretty sure that's gone forever. Oh, we got um Kyo Carry 4 with the wow, the real life incident lost media. Yeah, those are exactly the kind of things I would never look up. I actually I remember I was explaining lost media to someone I used to work with. Um and she was into murderers, I guess murderers. Don't ask. And she actually the first thing she said to me was like, "Oh," like when I was explaining what lost media is to her, she's like, "Oh, just like the that topic." And I'm like, "Yep, yep, exactly that. There's an article for that on the wiki." But I'm probably never going to cover that or anything like that. It just doesn't fit the image of my channel. But it's funny. It's funny you say that though. That was man. That was a real that was really good. That was funnier than I thought it was going to be. I roasted I roasted the Thomas the Tank Engine fandom. I just don't get it personally. Oh, the Nerf gun, the legendary Nerf gun, dude. I'm glad that you guys have embraced the Nerf gun meme. That's such a good one. I gotta remember like who sent me that original question or suggestion. It had to have been like 4 years ago or something. I don't even remember if it was on Twitter or an email or what, but that was a classic. Oh, their last builds of the game Bully. I've heard of Bully. I don't know much about it though. That's interesting. I think that game was popular at a certain time or something. Oh, 102 viewers. Yeah, I think we hit 104, which is pretty cool. I don't know anything about Danganronpa. I feel like every couple of days I hear about Danganronpa and I still don't know what it is. Like I don't really know what it is. Oh, Lizzie McGuire wanted to take the show through Hulu. Yeah, that is interesting. Hot Wheels lost media. The Kekrok Nerf gun, Zachary and the Jolly Rabbits said. I don't know if a Kekrok Nerf gun exists. Does Kekrok like Nerf stuff? Did he ever get a brand deal for that? I'll have to ask him. Um. Oh, you don't need to remember. Said, "Leave him for the night. Thank you, your obscure omnipotence." Well, thank you for stopping by, and thank you for the donation. Oh, Conquer's 12 Tails isn't lost. I did not know that. I had no. Did they actually show? I don't know if I. Why have I never heard about that before? Oh, Sonic Mario said the 12 Tails Conquer prototype still exists but has never been leaked on. Where are you guys getting that source from? The last I checked on it, people suspected that like the computers that were used to develop it were like long gone, and you would need them to access the game. That's the last. That's what I heard about it last. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I've heard about Steins Gate too. Paw Pat- Why are we talking about Paw Patrol, man? Some weird shows going on here. Nerf's latest ad featuring Kekrog. Oh, the 12 Tails thing happened recently. Okay. That's probably the because I haven't looked up 12 Tails in a really long time, so I guess that's why I missed it. But okay, that's really cool then. That is actually really cool. I didn't think it was still around, so that's cool. Um, Lost media of El Supersonic Q, Spongy Jeffy said. Yeah, there's a lot of El Supersonic Q lost media. I've deleted probably like 50 to 100 videos over the entire course of my time being on YouTube, which is like 11 years. Um, a lot of it was before I even like knew what lost media was. Of note is my 100 subscriber thank you video from 2012. I believe that's maybe on a flash drive that I lost. So if I can ever find the flash drive, it might be there because I deleted it from my channel. I did a live stream with Jack's Cheese in a parking lot that became a big meme. Someone re-uploaded it, but the re-upload is taken down, and I deleted it from my channel, so that's gone. Um, I did a series of vlogs that was separate from Sincerely Me, that channel I talked about earlier. I did just a separate El Supersonic Q vlog series back in 2014, and all those are literally deleted. They're literally gone, so you will never see those. I think those are like the big three I always talk about. Those always stick out to me as stuff that I deleted. When it comes to like videos though that I were unproduced or canceled from like modern times, I remember I was gonna do a video on the Flapjack pilot in some I think in a Lost Wedgies short I think, but around the time I was making them, I think the Wedgie short was found, and I thought like this video isn't really worth making just for the pilot because it's so close to the final show. So that one was scrapped. Um, I think there's been some other lost media ones too, but I can't quite remember what they were. I feel like most of my videos I usually get out. Um, because even if I like don't like the original idea or something, I rework them in one way or another. Like there's some videos that I've actually that I'm not gonna like say because they're still like, you know, on the drawing board, I guess, that like didn't come out in their original form, but I take parts of them and put them into other things. So I guess I can't talk about those. But um, my Smash merchandise series, there were like a handful of episodes I had scripts written for, and then never put those together. Um, I thought there was a video I had completely edited, and I just like didn't release it. I'd have to go back and look, but those are a handful. It was a good meme, Sponge. Have you heard of this little known show called SpongeBob? It was pretty obscure. Yeah. Oh, Earthworm Jim pilot? Oh, I've heard of that before, for sure. Who's I've heard of that guy's name too. I can't like remember where I heard it from though, or why I had run into it. Hmm. Crow 64 is an ARG. The video keeps showing up in my suggested, but I never clicked it. Um, it's funny. Oh, Zachary said, I remember the Playground Rumor series on your channel. Any plans to make more? I probably won't do any more Playground Rumor videos, even though I have a handful more. Mostly because everyone's taken that idea and run with it already. I gotta be real here. I started doing that back in 2015 when like almost no one else had done it before. There were a few channels at the time that were doing it, but nothing like you see nowadays. Nowadays there are just I say millions, but dozens of videos that talk about playground rumors, all kinds of playground rumors I didn't even know existed, all this crazy stuff, right? But I was doing it back in 2015, right? Um, and I just feel like my content is not really in that going in that direction anymore, and also just so many other people have done it that I would look like a copycat, even though I kind of like started doing it before everyone else. So probably no plans for that unless I adapt like the unfinished scripts into um, some other kind of video, which I guess counts as lost media too. That there you go. I actually did have a third Playground Rumor video that was drafted in script form for years. I just never recorded it, never did anything with it. So maybe I can adapt that into something else. I like the Playground Rumor videos. They kind of set the foundation for my lost media stuff because I think the Playground Rumor videos were among the first videos I ever made that were actually like cohesive edited videos that told like a kind of like a story. Before that, it was just like me showing my clay and talking about my clay, right? There wasn't really like any editing involved in that. So the Playground Rumor videos sort of gave birth to the Lost Media videos, I guess, in terms of their style, which I think is pretty cool. But I probably won't do any more specific ones. Sultan said, "Gotta go. Good night, guys." And Keckrock. Yeah, can't forget about Keckrock. Oh, the Cat Scratch pilot. Is that where I ran into his name from? Yo, I think I asked him about the Cat Scratch pilot too. I think I did. I think I did that too. That must have been where I heard the name from. Um, yeah, I don't think he ever got back to me either about that. Oh, I think he made Cat Scratch, right? Okay, yeah, it's all coming together now. Okay, I definitely asked him about that at one point, and he did not get back to me. And I heard he's kind of hard to talk to. Aaron Elliott said, "Did you know that back in 1993, Nickelodeon and Fox signed a 2-year deal to produce movies on new and existing properties, but expired due to Viacom's acquisition of Paramount?" Ah, that's interesting. I have heard about that actually. It was a point of discussion in my video on um the Real Monsters movie. That was actually a like the canceled movie that didn't even exist. That was sort of a discussion point, a key point in the video as to why it didn't exist. So yes, I've heard of that. I could talk about Playground Rumors here. Star Sharker 46 said, "Yeah, I could. Um, what Playground Rumors would I even talk about? I'd have to like think about that. Playground Rumors. I feel like all the ones that would come to mind right now like are in the videos I already made. The ones that were in the third video that I just talked about briefly, those ones were like I had to dig deep for those ones, so I think maybe I'm fresh out actually. It was a long time ago I even thought about that though. Kate, okay, Kate said that they like the rumor videos, make the videos that you want to make and stop caring. No, but see, you like at least when I make content though, when I make stuff, I gotta be like, I gotta always be thinking a step ahead. I gotta be playing 4D chess here. Like, I just so many people make those kinds of videos now. I just don't want to like make a video like it just whoops. Like there's just to me, there's no point making a video that talks about something someone already talked about. Like what's the point in that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, there are certain exceptions of certain things that I would make exceptions for. You know, like I can't even think of an example, but like not that I'm gonna do another video on me and my friends, but like Sewer Reviewer did his video and like, you know, I'm kind of part of that search again. So like maybe I could do a video on that um, you know, kind of giving like new ideas and new things from my point of view, right? Like maybe like that I could see. But like something as big as Playground Rumors, I just don't want to like copy people. I just want to be like original. I don't want to like follow and, path. But I mean, like, if I really wanted to do a video on it, I probably would. Like, I mean, I'm not like that strict where it's like, oh, someone like, I don't know, like someone mentioned Jimmy Two Shoes in this video from 6 months ago. I can't possibly make a Jimmy Two Shoes video now. No, the pilot thing was completely different. I think someone actually even did mention the pilot in a like compilation of like spooky lost media, like literally 5 months or maybe 3 months or so before I did my video. And like something like that is different, I think. But like Playground Rumors as a whole, though, is its own like territory entirely. Why are we memeing monkeys? You guys don't even know, but like monkeys are actually a very specific like meme in a friend group, one of my friend groups. The one that actually doesn't exist anymore. But monkeys are a very specific meme. So it's funny you guys are like talking about that. Cadence said, will you ever continue making videos on music lost media? Your MCR and Cricket and Clover videos were really interesting and entertaining. I gotta agree with you. I think those videos are like fantastic. I was so proud of the MCR one. The problem, there's a few problems with music lost media. I think the biggest of which is that they're not very like marketable, I guess. Like when I make topics, for the most part, I feel like I try and make things that the most people are interested in. Like I like cartoon pilots and lost video games, right? So like I tend to make a lot of videos about those. But thankfully, they tend to be what other people like as well. So it's all a big one collective, right? With the music, not quite. Because from my experience, people who are not interested or involved in those particular musicians do not care. So like, I think that's why the MCR video did so poorly, is because only people who are into MCR are going to care about that video. So that emits everyone else. And the MCR fans that would even find that video to begin with is probably a small percentage of people, which is why it only got 25,000 views. So for that reason, I probably won't do any more music, or it's not a priority. But then the second reason is because it comes down to a reflection of me. I would only do videos on music stuff that I personally enjoy, which is like Panic at the Disco and MCR. But people have told me to do stuff on Pink Floyd and the Beatles, and like, it's not that I dislike those musicians, but I just have no connection to them. So making videos talking about their music is something that would be really hard for me to like stick with, and make content for. Cigarettes and Valentines from Green Day is still something that's kind of been lingering around for a while. I did kind of want to make a video on that at one point, so that might still happen. And if I could ever find a really good piece of Fall Out Boy lost media, I will do a video on that, because I really like Fall Out Boy. But when it comes to like general music or like a lot of lost music videos, probably not. I don't even know why the Panic at the Disco one got as many views as it did. Like the MCR, like I think MCR is more popular than Panic, right? And I think they were uploaded like 2 years apart from each other, but I'm surprised the MCR one did so little in views compared to the Cricket and Clover one. That one's at almost like 100,000 views, I think, which is crazy. I didn't think that many people were interested in Panic stuff, but yeah, that's kind of my view on lost music. It's kind of been that way for a long time. It's just kind of the way it is, I guess. Zero Night EX said, when you make videos on obscure enough topics, do you ever think about whether people will watch it, or do you think that you have a big enough fan base that you don't care about it? I think when I make videos on obscure topics, I'm just reading the question again. Yeah, I think the thing with obscure topics is it does depend. Believe it or not, I guess this goes along with Lost Al Supersonic Q Media. There have been some videos that I have not made because I felt like they were too obscure, or that like too many people wouldn't understand it, or that like it just wasn't very fitting. So there have been instances where I've scrapped videos like that. But at the same time, I have made videos on obscure topics, and I guess it's not so much that I think my viewer base is like big enough for it to like be worth making. I don't really gauge videos that specifically with that like merit, but there are some topics that I feel like in general are obscure enough where like people will kind of like find their way to them. Just like for example, like the Melee card video, the Melee like I made a video about Super Smash Bros. Melee playing cards. It was like a card game. And that was a really obscure topic. Like no one had done a video on that. No one knew what that was. But I thought like, well, Smash Bros. And Melee is big enough where I think people will find their way to it. And they did. It has like 100,000 views, right? So in that way, I think it worked. But in the same way, for example, I made a video on Mario Sunshine, little like minifigures that came in capsules from 2002, I think. I made a video on that. And it didn't really do good at all. Like, I think it was too obscure. Like, Melee fans would be interested in a playing card version of Melee, but who am I marketing a Mario Sunshine minifigure set to, right? Like, where's the audience for that? Like, that's too obscure. It never really found, like, an audience. So I think it just depends, like, topic to topic, but for the most part, when I pick obscure things, it's of something that I think is going to, like, find its audience. Whereas some obscure things I just don't think have an audience. Playground rumors saving Aerith in Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, I never heard that one personally, but I know of it. That's a classic. I actually never played Final Fantasy VII. I've actually never played any Final Fantasy games, so I don't really like know the context of that. I guess she dies. I honestly have no idea how though. Or I mean, I've never played Final Fantasy. I've never like honestly most of the franchises represented in Smash I've probably never played their games of origin. I've never played Xenoblade. I've never played Fire Emblem. I've never played Final Fantasy. I've never played Persona. I've never played Dragon Quest. I guess most of those are JRPGs actually. Um, I've never played Banjo Kazooie though. I do own it on cart though. I could play it, but I actually have not booted it up yet. Um, who else is in Smash? I'm trying to like go through my through the list now of everyone. Never played Bayonetta. Actually, I played a demo of that. I don't know if that counts. Um, I think I played a Splatoon demo as well, but maybe we won't count demos. So never played Splatoon aside from a demo. Um, I wish I had like the roster in front of me. Oh, I could probably pull it up, but I guess it's not really worth it. Um, man, like who else is there that I've never played? I'm trying to think of like the roster. Never played Metal Gear Solid. I do have a Metal Gear Solid game. I just haven't played it yet. Um, there's probably a few others, but that's kind of a good bunch that I've never played, which is surprising because a lot of those you think like you've never played Final Fantasy, like how could you? But I don't like JRPGs, and believe it or not, I was pretty like anti PlayStation, anti anything that wasn't Nintendo for quite a long time actually. I think when I got into retro games with the Saturn and stuff, I really started to open my horizons, I guess, which was a couple of years ago. I first bought my Saturn. And from that point on, I've been more open to games. But before that, before I bought my Saturn, I didn't even want to touch a PlayStation controller. I wouldn't play games if I had to use a PlayStation controller. It was honestly really stupid looking back, but I guess it's just the way it is. Oh, I've never played Doom either. Never played Minecraft. Never played Gex. See, but at the same time though, I can flip it back to you guys. How many of you have played Dodonpachi? Exactly. Didn't think so. I played Dodonpachi. Um, what other really weird games have I played? Um, I'm trying to think of my Saturn games. I have a handful of Saturn games. I'm really trying to like build the collection, but they're just kind of pricey. Like they're just a lot of them are just like more pricey than I really want to pay for them. I played Einhander on PlayStation. I played what other PlayStation games? Armored Core on PlayStation. That game's freaking horrible. Don't play Armored Core. You're doing yourself a favor if you don't play Armored Core. Um, what am I gonna do for my 100K subscribers? I'm gonna release all my private and public, or I'm gonna relist all my um unlisted and private videos, and maybe upload a few that aren't even on YouTube anymore. So when I hit 100K, El Supersonic U Last Media will become available again as promotion. Sega Saturn Force Smash, Eli and Butch YouTube said. Thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, Saturn as a console. I just like were you a weird kid? Not really. I just stuck to Nintendo. Let me try that again. I just stuck to Nintendo and Sonic, and that was about it. I knew what I liked, and I just stuck with that, and that was it. Um, I think to some extent though, in my like you know, after I was sort of like started growing up a little bit, it was kind of weird that I was still so against Nintendo. Like I can understand it from a kid perspective, right? Because I liked Mario, I liked Sonic, like that was it, right? But as I got a little older, I'm surprised it took me so long to really like kind of play other things besides just Nintendo. So in that way, I guess it was a little weird. But for the most part, though, I feel like what I played as a kid was pretty standard. I guess it was just kind of late by comparison to what my other friends had been playing because like I got into a lot of the consoles late. I was always late with stuff back in the day. Like everyone would be playing Luigi's Mansion 1 week, and then I'd finally get it, and they'd have moved on to Pikmin 2. And then I'd finally get Pikmin 2, and they were playing like Diamond and Pearl, and I didn't even get. I don't remember when I got my DS. But I think it was kind of late, and I got the Wii late. So I was never really up to speed with all that stuff anyway. Um, but Minecraft specifically though, I Minecraft is one of those games I just never really understood. And like I remember, and this is the thing too, is like I remember when Minecraft, like in its earlier days, actually, even though I never played it back in like 2011. Um, yeah, it was 2011, I think 2011, 2012. I had friends who would play it. When I was in high school, they were playing Minecraft and stuff, and this was way before it became this like little kids game and stuff, right? Like, or, like before it kind of got that connotation. So I knew people who were playing Minecraft, but even back then, before all the stuff that's happened to Minecraft with the kids taking it over and stuff, I just never really understood it. I just didn't really find it interesting. I just didn't really, to me, it just like, I guess it's like a sandbox game, and I know you can like build your own little courses and do little things and stuff, but like it never appealed to me. I never really understood it. It just didn't have like a point to me. Also, it was only on PC and stuff at the time, and I don't play games on PC. Um, so I just never really got into it or understood it, I guess. Um, PK King Crimson Requiem Omega said Einhander best square game. I don't know about that one. Okay, to be fair, I only played it once. I'm gonna give it another try at some point before I make my final decision on it, but I actually wasn't a big fan of it. I thought it was kind of weird. I might be a little biased because I prefer like the vertical top down shmups, not like the side scrolling ones. Um and the graphics were a little weird for me too. Like I don't know what I was expecting, but I guess I like 32-bit, I think, when it comes to like shmups. Like Dodonpachi is one of my favorite shmups ever. It's so good. So to go to like these weird like early 3D graphics, and also have it be not in the style I like. It was very like strange to me. I wasn't a big fan, but I will say the weapon system is pretty cool. I like how there's a big variety of weapons you can get, and you can carry a couple different ones at any given time, which is cool. So I'll give it another shot before I like totally say it's not good, but I actually just wasn't like a big fan of it personally. First impressions, anyway. I actually don't know anything about Garbage Pail Kids, Bracelin. I don't know anything about that. I never got into that, so I do not know. Sonic Mar. Oh, Mel's piecing out. Sorry, Mel, if I like didn't really read a lot of your comments, but thanks for stopping by. And Sonic Mario 822 said, speaking of the Sonic 1 prototype from earlier, the background in Green Hill Zone Act 2 was based on the prototype. Now that's cool. A little bit of beta elements getting into the final game. That's cool. Steve Snyder said, when do you make videos, every month or once in a while? I was just wondering and I wanted to know. I try to make videos every week. I've been pretty well. I guess recently I've been a little inconsistent with releasing them, but for a while I was actually releasing them on Friday weekly. And that's the plan going into 2021. I want to keep doing the weekly uploads on Friday afternoons, so that's when you can catch the new videos. Again, I guess December was a little weird for that. There will be a new video on tomorrow. I guess I'll just spoil it now. It's another stream highlight, so don't get your hopes up high that it's like going to be a great video. But it was a really good stream highlight. Again, discusses a topic area in Lost Media, which I think is pretty good. Again, I like the stream highlights, and like I don't have any, the 2021 videos, like they're not ready yet, right? Like they're gonna be so good, but they're just not ready yet. So I really need more time on them, and I didn't want to rush them out. And I also felt weird that like, releasing such big videos so late in the year when people are like looking forward to the holidays, like who's gonna be, looking for YouTube stuff around Christmas time. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always felt like that about December and the holiday stuff. I just feel like in January after the holidays, people are going to be bored when it's so cold outside and the virus is still around. Like, what are they going to do? Oh, they're going to watch YouTube. Perfect time to release stuff. And it kind of sets the bar for the rest of the year, I think. But with December, it's like the year is almost over. We just want 2020 to end. The holidays are coming up. Like, why release a big video now? It just doesn't make sense to me. So bigger videos coming, like the first, or I guess I think January 1st is on a Friday, so I'm not gonna release a video then. But the next Friday, um, after the new year, the first 2021 video will be on. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be a core video, a core Lost Media video. Um, so you can look forward to that. But yeah, typically, regardless about what it is, whether it's a core video or like tomorrow's gonna be just a stream highlight, new videos, it's not like a written rule, but new videos are usually uploaded Friday afternoons weekly. That's what my goal has been. So you can mark your calendars for that. Simpsons man said, bold of you to assume I don't spend Christmas watching YouTube videos. Yeah, I guess I just don't assume like it's a very like active time for people to be watching YouTube stuff. Like I don't know, I just don't think like I don't know. I don't know. That's just how I feel. Garm does not celebrate Christmas, not make videos. Am I shy of girls? No. I think they're all just shy of me. Oh, Eli and Butch said, if you could make another iceberg video, what would it be about? We actually were memeing this in the Me and My Friends server. I'd really like to make a Me and My Friends iceberg. Actually, um, someone made a like an iceberg and posted it in the Me and My Friends Discord server, and I liked it. I thought it was really funny, but um, I just don't want to read a bunch of comments about how it was pointless to make. Like, no, like, no offense. I was just like really, really like disappointed at the Day with SpongeBob one that people just thought it was like pointless and stupid, and like it didn't even get a lot of views, and I kind of spent a lot of time on it. I mean, I think it's a good video, and I think like the iceberg that Peggy like made was good. Like, it was all good. Just the reception of the video wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, and that kind of like not made me angry, but it made me a little disappointed. And like seeing the comments that were just so like, I mean, I like can take criticism, and like I get a lot of dumb comments on my videos all the time, but just like the general consensus of the video is that it just wasn't necessary, and which I never really felt for any of my other videos. So it was very like ironic considering I put so much effort into it. So I'm probably done with the icebergs altogether. But it would be me and my friends if I could pick one. I wouldn't be a waifu. I'd be a husbando. I think, right? Is that how that works? Oh, I wasn't actually talking to a girl live. What I was gonna do is I had matched with a girl today, and I was going to just message her like while we were streaming, which I think we did last time too. But I guess I kind of forgot about it. Now it's like really late. So I guess we won't. I guess we won't do that. What type of keyboard do I use? 16 Bitify said a Mac keyboard. I just have a Mac computer, like a laptop. That's it. I don't have anything special, and I just use iMovie to make my videos. It's just like very basic stuff. I don't do anything fancy, honestly. Binsy Boy said, "What's the most interesting thing you found on the Internet Archive?" Oh my gosh, that could almost be a whole video in itself. I think off the top of my head, though, what's coming to mind are the old Nintendo fan sites. Those were so. I did make a video about that. If you haven't seen it, it's on the channel still. Those are really cool. Really, really enjoyed going back through the old Nintendo fan sites on GeoCities and stuff. Well, I guess that wasn't the Wayback Machine. That was more so GeoCities, but old fan sites are always fun to look through, whether it's on GeoCities or the Wayback Machine. And I've gone through old fan sites before on the Wayback Machine actually, for different videos and stuff. I had to research different topics through fan sites, and that's always fun. I Fan sites are fantastic. We don't really see them like we used to, so. Dr. Tendo said, "Will you make more clay sculptures?" Man, I feel like I go off on a rant about this every stream. Um, I would like to someday, but again, I just feel like they don't fit into the channel anymore. And if I'm gonna make a sculpture that's gonna get like 2 views on YouTube, like why would I do that when I could make a lost media video and it would get like 1,000 views? You know what I'm saying? So like, and also I haven't done art in years, and I actually kind of just like put it behind me. I just don't really think about it anymore. It's just not. I just don't really do it anymore, for different reasons. But I'd like to. I'd like to get back into it. I just don't know when that's gonna be. Unfortunately, it's just this is the way it is. I've thought about it for months and months, and I just don't know. So sorry about that. Never too late to message a girl. Kind of want to go see if like I don't know. Oh, we actually have to do it, guys, because I didn't know what to say to her, and I was gonna ask you guys what I should say to her. And I think she's like a meme girl that like is probably not gonna reply to me anyway, so we can have some fun with it. You know what? We're gonna do that. I'm gonna take a quick intermission though. I really have to like go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna take an intermission for like a minute, and then when I come back, we'll message a girl. So I'm gonna mute this and put a thing over the camera so I can get up. We're back. Did I get the speedrun world record? Probably not. Wow, I lost a lot of viewers in the time I went to pee. Okay, well. Maybe so maybe we can't message her. I don't know. Maybe everyone left because they didn't want. Oh, am I muted still? No. So maybe everyone left because they did not want to partake in the Tinder shenanigans. Maybe we won't do that then. Now I can't see. Well, how was this? This was like okay. Maybe we won't do that. Oh, it's because they have short attention spans. Yeah, maybe. Um. Like whenever I leave the chat, I come back and it's like. It's like always weird. Like what are we even talking about? Maybe I shouldn't go back that far. Well, I don't even know what. Aside from that, I don't even know what else we were gonna do on this stream. I guess that was maybe. Rayman Raving Rabbids PSP exists as an Amazon listing. That's weird. Jeremy Merfallen said, El Supersonic U, could you ever do a video on SpongeBob Series 2 meme figures? Someone else asked me to do that too. I don't know. I don't really do collectible videos anymore, so I'm not quite sure if that's gonna happen. Oh, Gex and Keckrock. This is really weird. Well, I guess though, how many other people can say that this kind of stuff happens in their live chat? What's with the whole Tinder thing Lisette said? What do you mean? Like what Tinder thing? We're not doing a Tinder tier list. I don't know why that was even brought up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think about what else we're even going to talk about. What else did I type in the What else did I type in the chat? I mean the title. 2021 videos, current lost media. Oh, we didn't talk about a lot about the current lost media. I guess me and my friends is pretty current. Tinder lost media. Yeah, I agree, Kate. I 64 viewers like Nintendo 64. Sonic Mario said, I don't know if you saw what I said there, but I was correcting what it said. Wasn't used in Act 2 of Sonic 1, but it was used in Mania. Oh, okay, that makes a little more sense. Still cool though. William said, I didn't know you did live streams, but they're happy about it. Cool. Well, here we are. Glad you could stop by. Yeah, I do these pretty frequently. I guess just never this late, so maybe that's why you haven't caught one yet. Slim Cognito's laptop ran out of battery and it didn't tell him it was that low. RIP. Yeah, I don't really know what else we're even gonna talk about, guys. Maybe we'll have to wrap it up soon. Student Ethan Ballinger said, El Supersonic Q, are you waiting for the moment of your life, everybody, to see the long lost Jimmy Two Shoes pilot? Yes, I'm waiting for that moment. Yo, Um, Scrollables with the real advice. Oh, everyone's like coming back now. Said, if you're not sure what to say, um, yeah, people do love talking about themselves. I think she has a hedgehog in one of her pictures. Should I ask her what her hedgehog's name is, or say like is your hedgehog named Sonic? She probably wouldn't get that though. She doesn't seem like someone who would know what Sonic is. I like the way you think though. That's not a bad idea. If I ask what her pets' names are, that's people always like that kind of stuff. That's better than what I had, which was nothing, I guess. So, man, Scribbles with the MVP tonight. He just man, that's good. Now, of course, she's probably not going to reply because she probably won't reply because most girls on Tinder don't. But that is a very solid start at least. Really, you know, really like ups the chances of that. So that's good. That's good. I guess the only thing is she probably wouldn't reply tonight because it's pretty late. Wait, what? You could have made a video about the ultra rare Dodonpachi campaign PCB, but someone made an hour long video 3 weeks ago? I didn't even know there was any Dodonpachi Lost Media. Dang. Ask how fast it is. How fast is your hedgehog? I like that one too, actually. That's pretty good. That kind of like if you know what Sonic is, that kind of like you'd know the reference I'm making, but if you don't know what Sonic is, like they might actually be thinking like, well, how fast is the hedgehog? So that's not bad either. I think the hedgehog is the way to go. Yo, Eli, I actually used to oh, Adon's V. I don't think we're gonna do a tier list. I don't really. The tier list just worked that one night that we did it for the months because I was like really thinking about it. But all the other, I don't know, like the cereal mascot tier list, like I was never a big fan of those. Um, Eli, I actually did. I actually like one time I did. I think back when I used to have my YouTube in my like Tinder bio, and I think a girl matched with me, and she's like, "OMG, are you actually a YouTuber?" And I said I was, and I'm like, we talked a little bit about that, I think, which was funny. Chad, you the unfunny man said less wanted lost media, so like least wanted. Yeah, I actually talked about this I think a couple streams ago. Um, and this isn't even like Rhapsody Street Kids or like some bad thing that like you want to stay lost. I just mean like for me like lost media that's actually like not very interesting. There were three that came to mind, and I think these three kind of still stand. One was dot comedy. There were 5 episodes of that made. I think one aired, and the rest just never did. And dot comedy in itself is just a very like bland like TV sitcom kind of thing. So it's like, what's the point? Like, why try to find it? Right? It's just a stupid show. I don't even know why I made a video about that originally, but I did. So that's definitely on the list. The Chowder TV movie is also another thing I just never found particularly interesting, even though I did a video about it again. But it's just kind of boring because, like, they were going to make a Chowder TV movie. They just ran out of time because they were working on a very strict schedule. They had storyboards for it, and they were going to get, like, Matthew McConaughey on to voice the character. But it just didn't happen, and eventually it became, what was the thing? Um, the Chowder Grows Up TV movie, or TV special. It wasn't really a movie. And that was kind of it. Just cut and dry. It's simple as that. And I think I'll go echo back to the Blues Clues thing I said earlier. Just not really a fan of the Blues Clues pilot. I just don't really think that's very interesting. It's just kind of not interesting. So I think those three are probably like my least wanted out of like all the ones I've been following for a while. Oh, and and then say Star Sharker 46 said, "What media would you actually prefer stays lost?" So I guess if I had to pick something, I would say like the recordings of real life incident things. I've always been creeped out by that stuff. I don't like that stuff. So I would say that if there was media that I didn't want to become found. But for the most part, even the worst lost, like even the stuff I just named, it'd be cool to find. and like Rhapsody Street Kids was so bad, but like it was worth finding. So like that stuff, you know, like that stuff is always good to have. Yeah, the Blue's Clues pilot probably is just like a regular episode. At least that's like what I've seen from it. From the short clips we have. Jack's Cheese is here. What's up, Jack's Cheese? Glad you could stop by. He said, "Rip, I'm late." Yeah, well, yeah, we've been going for like 2 hours. I'm not sure how much longer we're gonna go. Actually, I haven't decided yet. I mean, this computer could probably go for a little bit longer. Maybe we could go for a little bit longer. Um, maybe. I'm just like thinking well, I don't have anything else to do, I guess. William said, "Do you have a favorite N64 game?" I haven't played a lot of N64 games yet. Like I'm not like super into the library. Um, Majora's Mask is one of my favorites. You know, for a lot of reasons, probably every reason that everyone else names. Mario 64, um, Ocarina of Time, definitely. I feel like all the big main ones, right? Like I don't have any like favorite like super obscure game or something like it's not like the Saturn or something where like there's a lot of cool obscure stuff on there. I just N64 library is pretty cut and dry, I think, and I actually haven't explored it very much. So I guess I'd just say like Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask or Mario 64. One of those three probably. Carlos Gayoso said, "I often have your Thursday live streams on while cooking. It makes for a good background thing to listen to." Cool. See, that's a good compliment. I like when people like put me on in the background. So thank you for that. I don't know if you're cooking at this time. It's pretty late, but that's cool. Um, hmm. Oh, Jet Force Gemini is a great N64 game. Slim Cognito said, "Yeah, I've heard some good things about it. For sure." Hmm. I'm just thinking like this is like I feel like I'm disoriented because it's so late. Like because I usually don't go this late. So now I'm thinking like, should I go longer or could I go? I actually do still have to edit tomorrow's video, even though it's just a highlight. I do have to actually put it together. Um, so I could do that. Um, yeah, maybe we'll go a little. Yeah, I guess like I don't even know how much longer my battery's gonna survive. Back up to 70 viewers though. This is going both ways I guess. Oh no, Fluff192 said I saw the notification earlier and forgot you were streaming. Dang, rip. We're like on the cusp of ending it, I think. Um, oh, Sonic Mario's peacing out. Well, thanks for stopping by. Um, or maybe do like one or two more comments, and we're past the 2 hour mark. I might call it here. Um, and maybe get together that video for tomorrow. On creative name always joins late. Lisette said, "Did you know that the Avatar Last Airbender Lost Pilot was found?" I didn't even know there was a Lost Pilot to that. That's pretty cool. Okay, this might be a good one to end with. Eli and Butch said, favorite YouTuber not Lost Media related. Gonna plug my boy Neo GameSpark. Man, go watch Neo GameSpark's videos. I've been watching him probably since 2010. He was one of the first YouTubers I consistently watched, and I still watch him to this day. He does a lot of like opinion review rant videos, but just like his personality is so good and the way he like conveys his thoughts is like so good. He's super entertaining. I got a collab with him someday, but he was down for a collab too, but I didn't know what I wanted him to collab with me on, so it hasn't happened yet. But someday it will. So Neo GameSpark for sure. I think he's probably my favorite. But I also like Primetime Pokemon, another really old YouTuber. Psycho is really good as well. Um, those are probably like my top three, I think. Alpha Omega Sin. I used to watch a lot of him. He's good. Um, yeah. I think that might do it for tonight. Getting kind of late. So thanks for watching, guys. There'll be a stream highlight on tomorrow. I know nothing major, but get hyped for 2021. I have so many good things coming. It just is taking time to put together. So we could all fall asleep by a story from LSSQ. I'll take that as a compliment, but yeah. So thanks, guys, and I guess I'll see you in tomorrow's video. But then after that, I'm going to take the 2 weeks off, like I said, to finish to continue working on 2021 stuff, and then I'll see you in the new year with my super cool new videos. So thanks for stopping by, everyone. Have a good, I guess, Christmas and holiday and stuff and New Year. And I'll still be on Twitter and stuff, so I'm not gonna like vanish. So you can still contact me on Twitter and like emails and stuff. But yeah. So with that said, thanks, guys, and until next time, Finn.